Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sully Squad. Philly sports is out of absolute control this week. We got Red October. We got the Eagles beating Dallas, the 6-0 Philadelphia Eagles. We got the Philadelphia 76ers, in my opinion, on their way to a championship run. So I got an article coming out on the Sixers, a little preview. So it should be coming out tomorrow. Anybody out there, check it out. I kind of go into my life as a fan and how many mess ups that we've had along the way. And, I hope I'm not John leaving them or mushing them, but I'm predicting a title run, and let me know what you think. And we even have a Philadelphia Flyers team and John Tortorella establishing a new culture. Flyers are 2-0. You believe that?
Yeah. Shocking.
I mean, as a longtime Philadelphia sports fan, I mean, what the hell is in the water here? Because I got to pinch myself. I'm not used to this good fortune.
It almost feels like you're in a dream. But hey,
rolling, right? Travis Konechny, who had trouble scoring goals this year, has 3 already in 2 games.
Yeah, Tortorella is really putting him in the zone or something he said and just changing the way he plays, man. But you know better than me, Paul. But wow, let's go.
Yeah, it's crazy, but we got a lot to
tomorrow though. Tomorrow we play the Lightning.
Okay, I mean let's get a test. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
A true test. See what it's all about. You know, that's what sports is all about. You know, ups and downs, and bring it.
Well, how crazy is it that tomorrow you got NLCS game 1, you got Sixers Celtics, and then not to shortchange the Flyers. I mean, I respect the fact that they're 2-0, but they're a distant third tomorrow, I would think. Yeah. But hey, they're 2-0, so give them props. And shout out to John Tortorella. And I'll tell you one thing that was pretty cool that the Flyers did. I saw on it was like Twitter or something that when they actually recorded the Phillies final out on the fan division. I thought that was pretty cool, because let's face it, most people in those stands would probably want to watch the Phillies,
Yeah. Absolutely, and they just went wild and nuts.
What?
And the rest is history.
What what's funny? I have Sixers tickets, and for Saturday night they play the Spurs, and if the Phillies, I mean, this is a good problem to have. If the Phillies weren't playing at home, I would be like, yo, I'm going to that Sixers game. There's no way in hell I'm going to that Sixers game. You know what I mean? Not that I don't love the Sixers, because of course I do. But I mean, I'm sorry. Game 3 out of 82 or the NLCS, I got to go NLCS. That'll be like a go out night. Like Paul, I'm sure we'll all be out for that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But we're gonna get right into it here. Hopefully Diego should be hopping on any minute. But we are, we got, of course, I got my usual cast here so far. I got Sean Killer to my left, Kilrain.
What's up, guys?
Euro Paul across the way.
What's up, yo?
And hopefully we got Diego hopping on. We got a couple comments here. I got Chris Rapizzi. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. I hear that, bro. What's up, man? How are you? Chris Rapizzi again. If this is a dream, don't wake me up. Yeah, I hear you on that. Yo, bro, I'm hoping to be Cobman in Frankfurt Sunday night, baby, or Saturday. Yo, let's sweep these fools. Know what I'm saying?
Oh, it'd be sweet, man.
Yeah, well, yo, we'll be looking up Chris Cobman in Frankfurt, man. Yeah, I know Diego already said he'll roll us down. We got to go to his crib and we'll roll right down. I got my man. Let's see. We got our man Adam Glenn right here. He says it's a great time to be a Philly fan. Hell yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
Keep the good times coming, baby. Pat Bernard, the Gobbler. What's up, fellas? The Philly sports scene is rocking like my sex swing.
Oh, man.
There he goes again. Yeah, but you know what, though? Pat's married, so the Philly I know what it's like to be married. Pat's sex swing probably ain't being used too much. I think Philly sports is Philly sports get more action than Pat's sex swing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Pat, why don't you give out your address for people who are interested in coming and trying it out?
Yo, what's up, dog?
What's up, Diego?
Yo, what up?
Nothing, yo. So we were just bullshitting. Here's Chris Rapizzi right here. He says Frankfurt Commons like 5 minutes from his crib. All right, yo, bet. So listen, if the Phillies win there, me, Diego, all of us, yo, we're coming down. Yo, we're throwing it down at Chris Rapizzi's crib. We're coming down.
Let's go.
Dude, I remember
4
back.
more wins.
That's right. Four more, eight more win the whole John, you know?
Ain't more to win the whole John.
But yo, like back in 08, dude, I'll never forget. We parked up right around Reals. Actually, we watched the John at Patty Wax. We were at Patty Wax on the Boulevard. So then we went down Cotman to Frankfurt. I think we parked like towards Reals and like walked down. Dude, the coolest thing ever was I can't remember the bar. It was like one of those little dive bars, but
McKenna's?
I don't know. I forget, dude. It's so long ago.
Hammerheads, you got all that.
I don't think it was Hammerheads, but it was one of them bars, and they played "We Are the Champions," dude, and the whole bar broke out. "We Are the Champions." It was so awesome, dude.
I bet.
Yeah.
So
I was just at the corner of like at Frankfurt and Cotman, just jumping, screaming, and chanting.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's so much to get into, man. What do you guys want to start off with? We starting off with You want to do Eagles? You want to do Phillies, man? Whatever you guys want to do. What do you feel like doing first?
Let Paul pick.
Go ahead, Paul. Or you want to do Flyers?
No, let's do Phillies first. Let's do Phillies.
Hold on.
Flyers first. Flyers first.
A little bit of a shout out though.
I did, yeah.
We did earlier, yeah.
I was gonna say, and as a guy who shit all over the Flyers, and I feel bad about this because hey, I've been a Flyers fan my whole life, dude. And I freely admit I shit all over them. I put an article out there hoping they were going to tank. But props, man. They're 2-0, and like you said, Travis Konecny's playing well.
We just lost we just lost a defenseman to IR right now too. So
who did we lose? I missed that.
Ristolainen.
Oh
yeah.
They called up some 2 dudes from the minors.
All right, well that's all right though. We got Torts, man. We got Tort around this new system. We're playing that like neutral ice trap or whatever, right?
Punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, punch him in the mouth. So. All right,
what did you want? Flyers and then Phillies, and then maybe if we have time, getting the Eagles later. What do you think?
No, we're definitely doing Eagles. All right, yeah, let's get
we were there on Saturday. Let's talk about Phillies first.
All right, we're doing the Phillies, man. So all right. So before you can move forward, I guess we got to deal with the past. So we took out the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves thought they were gonna, I think they thought we were a nice, cute little story. They won 101 games. They won the division, returning champs, and they thought they were going to put it on us. But guess what, though? Philadelphia Phillies had different ideas, man. I mean, I think we outscored them by 16 in the series.
Yes.
Bryce Harper hit 435, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, and and Paul, the game we were at, I mean, who would have thought Brandon Marsh would have one of the key hits in the whole series? Yeah,
I mean, his hit and Reese Hoskins' hit are arguably the 2 biggest hits in the whole series.
Yeah, and
definitely
throw in the JT
inside the park
home run. Man, that was just amazing, man.
Yeah,
he was wheeling and dealing, man. He wanted to come home. And
our pitching was there too. Like all our starters pitched up. Even Syndergaard pitched well on Saturday. Which I want him up. Like Sean said earlier to me, I want him to go to another inning, but they pulled him after 3, right, or 4, 3 or 4.
Yeah. And
he pitched well too. He gave up 1 run.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you a huge at bat on Friday was Bryson Stott.
Yeah,
because that dude,
that dude pitches.
Yeah. That dude, it kind of reminded me of like Brett Myers in 08 when he kept fouling off CC Sabathia, and then Victorino came up and hit the slam. I had similar vibes because Stott battled, and then Strider, and I'll tell you, I'm wondering if Atlanta's kind of criticizing that manager a little bit because Strider hadn't pitched in like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think they said he was only going to go like 2 innings. He tried, and I freely admit he was mowing us down.
They said what? They said 30, 40 pitches. He pitched like 50, 60 pitches or something like that.
Exactly. And the fastball that Reese Hoskins hit out, I think, was the slowest fastball.
Yeah.
It was like the slowest fastball he's ever thrown in the big league. So he obviously lost it,
Oh man, a injury. I mean,
that might be one of the best celebrations of all time.
Yeah, Pat right here. Love what the Flyers are doing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I agree, man. TK hasn't played this well since his rookie year. Totally agree there. But so anyway, thoughts on the Brave series, like how to tie this up. Like Paul, what was your what's your like biggest takeaway? I mean, just I guess. Do you think it was? I personally, I feel like it was the Phillies taking it to them. I know people in Atlanta, they were really criticizing Acuna, especially on that
dogging it.
On that JT inside the park home run. They were saying that he really didn't hustle. So what was your take, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, we just took it to him. I mean, this just shows you, right, what the regular season, no matter if you win 100 games or 90 games, as long as you get in, as long as you get in, anything can happen. And look, if the Yankees lose tonight, well, all the 100-win teams are out except for Houston, right? So, the wild card teams are making the noise. But what was key, though, too, is with the Braves, they hit like 3 home runs and they're all solo shots. They had no men on base, so our pitching did really well. I mean, our pitching really stepped up. I mean, between Nola and Wheeler, even Syndergaard, they all stepped up, man, and that's key. Like, you gotta have the bats. Schwarber didn't hit well. Reese struggled for a while too, so we were able to pull them out, and it just shows you that it doesn't matter, just get in.
And even the bullpen too. That was
Dominguez looks like he's back too.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. 2 of my biggest takeaways are Alvarado and Dominguez, because if we're going to win it, we're going to need those guys going forward. Like Pat Bernard touching on the Rhys Hoskins home run here, said Rhys Hoskins was like a Matt Stairs type of home run. Yeah, I mean that was huge, and I know Pat loves the Matt Stairs home run, because remember when Matt Stairs hit that, he came back and he said nothing's better than being pounded on the ass by a bunch of guys. Remember that? That was like one of the all-time greatest takes ever. It's right up Pat Bernard's alley.
That was such a disrespectful thing to walk Schwarber, has been equally as bad in the playoffs, to pitch to Rhys Hoskins.
Yeah,
I was looking at TV. I was like, "Damn, you're gonna let him disrespect you like this, Rhys?" Bang, smoked it. I was like, "Oh shit!" So I'm talking about a series is over after he hit that home run. You could feel the Phillies. That was the Phillies series right there.
Yeah.
You're like, "Damn." They tried to disrespect us, and they couldn't.
No,
I know it is great, man. I mean, just the vibe about this team. Like, they even have their song, and it's kind of funny because it's like it's so different than the Eagles in 17. Like the Eagles in 17 got like Meek Mill, the Phillies got like Dancing by Themselves. But either way, I'll rock out to both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it shows them who they are.
Here we go. We got Chris Rapizzi, you see, Brandon Marsh. Yeah, Brandon Marsh was singing the DMX song up in Xfinity Live or something like that. It looked badass. And then Pat Bernard, a Blue Oyster Slammer, Joe. There you go. All right, Pat. But so we took out the defending champs, and that was a hell of a series. And now going forward. A little surprising because, you had another surprise in the other bracket. You had the Padres taking out the Dodgers. I mean,
yeah, I called that too. I smelt that from the beginning. I'm like, Padres have getting revenge on their minds, and they
sure did, man. I mean, wow.
So what do you guys think of this matchup? I mean, if you look at the matchup in the regular season, the Phillies won 4-3. The Padres won the series here, and we took 3 out of 4 there. The only thing that concerns me is in the 3 games, the 3 wins that the Padres had, they shut us out 3 times, which is kind of the way our lineup has been. Like our lineup could go out there and score 9 runs one day and 10 runs the next, and then be shut out 2 games in a row. So it's kind of.
Did we play them earlier in the year, or I forgot when we played them here?
Well, the first series we played them here, Joe Girardi was still the manager.
Yeah.
So it's a little it's kind of hard to really judge that because we're the tale of 2 teams. I mean, this team was lifeless and listless under Binder Joe, and once they put Rob Thompson in there, it seems like the weight of the world was lifted off these guys' shoulders, and they've been, it's almost like Rob Thompson's a younger, skinnier version of Charlie Manuel. Like these guys are relaxed and they chill. They come into the dugout. They're probably sitting there playing cards. Drinking beers after the game. I mean, I mean, honestly, that's a lot of what baseball is, you know.
Well, and he's given the younger guys confidence where Girardi didn't want to play the younger guys like Stott and all that. And now they got getting confidence. They're in the playoffs, getting key hits. Like that was a big thing too. Girardi was always sticking with the veteran guys.
He's letting them show their worth, you know, their talent, not just like letting them sit on that bench and not do anything.
Yeah.
We got a comment here. Well, I know this guy's right up my alley. Muffler Mike Kostiuk, Phillies Yanks World Series revenge for 2009. Yo, from your lips to God's ears, man. That's what I want to see. I know that.
Yeah.
Diego, what do you think of this Padres matchup? Like, how do you think we stack up against this team? Because they got some tough pitching.
So do we.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel we actually match up very equally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like we both got some tough pitching, and I mean, we're kind of the same lineups. Get a lot of home, even though we haven't been hitting a lot of home runs in the playoffs. Both teams are power lineups. Machado, Tatis, Soto. You know, we have Harper, Realmuto, Castellanos. So I feel like it's a very even matchup. That's why we were the last two teams to make it, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing for us, though. Tatis is not suspended all year, so we don't have him there. It's him and Soto. Machado and Soto.
Tatis still suspended?
For a whole year,
Yeah, the whole year.
Yeah,
so steroids, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So
you
we
got
get a little break there.
We got Cronenworth. Yeah, they got Cronenworth, who's a beast.
Grisham.
Yeah.
And Machado, Will Myers, Profar. And then Noah, his brother. Noah's brother's been coming in clutch. He had a nice hit to seal the deal for the win Saturday night. It was for the Padres. But speaking of the pitching for San Diego, you have Darvish, Musgrove, Mania, Snell, Clevenger. I mean, they're the top aces, if you want to call it like that. So,
well, the one thing that has me a little concerned is Darvish and Snell both have a ton of postseason experience. So that's something, you know, because you know both those guys have pitched a lot of big games. You know, I remember Snell. He was the guy that was pitching for Tampa a few years ago. He was mowing down the Dodgers, and the Tampa Bay manager decided to look at his little analytics bullshit and took him out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, but I think we can get to him. I'll tell you, I think a key to this year, I think Schwarber's got to get going. And, you know, it'd be great because you got Harper. Harper's red hot right now.
Yeah.
And it would be really great if we could get Schwarber going at the same time. Get those two guys going. Hopefully tomorrow night we go out there and like hop on Darvish like right away. You know what I'm saying? Like just
like that Friday night game. Yeah.
Yeah. Just come out there. You know, get Wheeler a nice early lead. Like, you know, I'd love to see like 2-0, 3-0 early. Let Wheeler settle down and boom, you know.
Do you think this is the best matchup for us, or do you think Dodgers would have been?
No,
I think San Diego's the best matchup.
This is by far.
Yeah, the Dodgers were the best team in baseball. You know,
yeah. Their pitching staff scares me, man.
Oh yeah,
Phillies in 6.
Phillies in 6.
Yeah. That's
I could see it. I could see that. And real quick, I know we're talking Phillies, but to touch on Muffler Mike Kostiuk's comment, Yankees to Guardians tonight in the Game 5. You think the Yanks move on, or you think they get upset?
Yankees are heavily favored in that series. I mean, in this game tonight. So I'm hoping for an upset, Joe. Sorry, But yeah, I mean, it's in Yankee Stadium too, right? So it's going to be tough.
Who's going for the Yankees?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Hang on. Yeah, I think is it Cortez? I think it was Cortez.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's guy at work I was telling the guy at work about it. What was his name?
Nothing.
I can't pull it up. I don't have my phone.
Oh, it's
Talon. Okay, well I like that.
Talon and who versus who?
Savali.
Oh, Savali. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think the
Yankees win for your sake, Joe.
Yeah, Savali almost had a 5 ERA this season.
Yeah, I know. Who needs? Yeah, exactly. Who
Fuck
needs?
the Guardians. got that corny ass name anyway.
It's the
Sucker
Indians.
ass.
I still refer to them as the Indians. I'm sorry. I'm not calling them Guardians.
Same with the Washington team.
Yeah.
Pat Bernard with a comment here. He said, then again, this team feeds off this fan base. I think that's telltale punch.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Telltale. I don't know what he means. Telltale punch. I'm confused. But anyway, yeah, we feed off the fan base. But by the way, like I don't know if I've ever heard Citizens Bank Park louder than that. I mean,
the noise notification. Did you get it? Some guy said there was a noise notification because it was so damn loud there.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Both home games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, so
they're saying a lot of like 20 and 30-year-olds been going to the games now.
Good.
Younger.
Phillies games?
What's that?
They're going to the Phillies games now?
Yeah. They're getting behind in the playoffs too. Behind the playoffs.
Yeah, the city gets behind any of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, we're loyal fans. We know the game. We follow it. I mean, that's how it is. You know.
Well, you know what? It's almost like that run in from 07 through 2011. I mean, Citizens Bank Park used to be the place to be, and then God, for the last 10 years, 10, 11 years, it's been a friggin' it's been like a ghost town. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see it become the place to be again. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And especially when it's nice weather and everything. I mean, you really can't beat that. It's great scenery. So you got younger people there. It's a good place to meet people. Go to Xfinity afterwards. I mean, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. So we got. Wait, hang on 1 second. Here we go. We got couple more comments here. We got Dave Yarnell. Dave Yarnell, what's going on, Sully Squad? I'm sure you're happy campers tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely are, Dave, and we're definitely are there. And you can check Dave out on the Patterson Avenue Fanatics on Saturday mornings at your Philly Network. Check him out. They do a great job. Pat Bernard says, don't forget, Snell caused Bryce Harper's injury. Yeah, well, that's true. Well, hey, let's hope Harper takes some deep as some revenge. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Tyrone Johnson was talking on 97.5. He's like best revenge is Harper take him deep and then maybe hit one back up the middle. Don't hit him, but kind of scare him a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right past his head.
Yeah, exactly. Like whiz that John.
Give him a nice little fade.
Yeah. So all right. So let's see here. All right. So the series starts tomorrow night. So did we say if we were starting Wheeler or not?
No,
it hasn't been announced yet. The only pitcher's been announced is the Padres. Darvish is gone.
I don't see them not. Why would they not start Wheeler?
Yeah, I would think they have to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would they not? There's no reason not to. It all worked out for you to have your strongest. It all worked out the series, but for you to have your strongest pitcher out there game one. So
yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So we got to start Wheeler, and then I guess I'm assuming game two. So we were talking about this earlier before the show. I'm assuming Nola would start game two because that would be his regular rest. But do you think there's any way that maybe if they win game one, do you think possibly they would start Suarez game two, Nola game three, just for the simple fact that if Nola had a full week rest, his numbers with extra rest are like elite throughout his career. Do you think that would be a possible, and that would line Nola up to start a possible game seven, or do you, or do you keep it Wheeler, Nola games 1 and 2, and then that lines? I think they go Nolan game 2 because that lines Wheeler up for 5 and Nola up for 6. So I think that would make more sense. But what do you guys think?
Well, I mean, you want to win both games over in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you stay Nola or Wheeler game 1, Nola game 2. And then I give the ball to Suarez in game 3 for the fact that he has his home crowd behind him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He can feed off the crowd a little bit, maybe. I mean, I know he didn't have the best game the last outing, but I'd rather have Suarez at home and Nola on the road than them opposite places.
And you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, If no, it actually doesn't make because it doesn't make sense because if Nola went on Friday, I think Game 6 would be Tuesday. So Nola would have to go short rest on Game 6. So actually, really, it does. Yeah. Well, oh no. Well, Nola would go 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nola
Yeah.
goes
So you
7.
got.
So Suarez goes 6.
Yeah.
But see, if 6 is like a must-have win, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm sticking exactly how it's going. It's working.
Yeah.
Don't fix it if it ain't broken.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you, but I guess the other way to look at it though, if you go, you almost have to go 1-1 in San Diego the first 2 games, right? Because if you go down 0-2, then all of a sudden, unless you're going 7 games, if you go down 0-2 coming back to Philly, then either A, you got to win all 3 in Philly, or you got to win 2 of the 3 in Philly, and then you got to win the last 2 in San Diego. So when you really think about it, in a 2-3-2 format, it's almost imperative for the team that doesn't have home field advantage to win one of those first 2 games.
Yeah, definitely.
If you don't, you're really screwed.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing is too, I know the Phillies did it in 08, and then actually, you know what I'm saying? It's tough to do, but the Phillies actually did it twice. In 08, we were underdogs. I mean, in 08, Tampa Bay had home field. We won the 1 game in Tampa, then we won all 3 in Philly. And then in 09, actually, against the Dodgers, we won game 1 in LA, and we took them out in 3 in Philly. But in general, that's hard to do. A lot of times in the 2-3-2 format, when you're the underdog, you usually got to win that chip on the other team's field. Because game 6 and 7 are on the other team's field. And that's always the I feel like the 2-3-2 format is really hard a lot of times for the team without home field advantage to win.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's probably why baseball does it that way.
It's the advantage of winning the higher wild card.
I know. You know what's funny? I mean, it just kind of makes you look back. Well, you really, I mean, hey, the way the Phillies are playing, you can't complain. I mean, I'll take where we're at. So I'm not crying over spilled milk, but the Padres only beat us out by 2 games. So, you're sitting here, we have such a home field advantage right now.
Yeah.
You're sitting here like, damn, if we had won like a couple of them games versus like Chicago,
but also
field right now.
Yeah, but also too though is how will we match up against the Mets?
Oh, that's true, because we would have played the Mets. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so actually, yeah, that's true, because if we beat the Padres out, we would have had to play the Mets. Yeah, that's true. So, and we might not have beat the Mets. So you're right. So you know what? It's all worked.
That wrong, man.
It's all worked out the way it's supposed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we would have to play the Dodgers. Yeah, so actually, we would have to play the Dodgers the Mets and the Dodgers. Instead, we got the Cardinals and the Braves, which, I mean, as good as the Braves are, that was probably the easier path. So yeah, I you know what? Everything's working out for us.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got a comment here. Dave Yarnell is here. Be honest, guys. Are you guys surprised that both wild card teams are in the NLCS? Honestly, Dave, the Phillies, I'm saying no. I'm not surprised. I know a lot. I know Diego, our boss Tony, said that I was crazy. Remember he said I was looking through things with red colored glasses. But I honestly and firmly believed that once the Phillies got in, they were going to be a tough out. And one of the main reasons is you stack a Wheeler and a Nola, and then you stack some of these guys in the lineup like a Harper. And I know he's not doing shit right now, but a Schwarber. Like the Phillies have guys that if they get hot, they could beat anybody.
Yeah.
Padres got a lot of talent.
I just feel like baseball's that type of sport, though. Baseball's that type of sport that, like, once you get to the playoffs, your record don't matter no more. Anyone can beat anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, win and get in, man. That's all you
Brandon Marsh hit a 3-run home run. You know what I mean? Brandon Marsh at the bottom of our lineup changed and pretty much won a whole entire game. So, like in baseball, it's by luck of a swing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a pinch hitter comes in
or a bad pitch by the pitcher.
4 at-bats all playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But they really changed the whole entire series with 1 at-bat.
Well, look at the Mets series. Look at the Mets series. Scherzer gave up 7 runs.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's a little bit crazy, but
the
fact that they lost isn't. Like, baseball is such a I don't want to say lucky sport, but the better teams don't always win in baseball.
Yeah.
You know, like Phillies weren't the best team when they won the World Series.
Well, to your point, last year the Braves won the World Series. I think either 87 or 88 wins. That's all they had was 87, 88 wins.
Didn't the Nationals win the World Series? And at one point, they were like 15 games under 500.
Yeah.
Baseball's a lot like who's the hottest, not the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like basketball. The worst team, usually 99.9% of the time, doesn't win in basketball. The better team always wins.
Yeah, like you don't see like I mean, they know this is a bad example. All right, I'm trying to think who's like all right, like the team in the West that was like an 8 seed, like Minnesota Timberwolves last year.
Right,
you don't usually see the 8 seed like Timberwolves like beating out Golden State Warriors. Like that shit just don't happen.
No. Like if the basketball playoffs really don't start till you get to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals, because you kind of already know who's going to get there. Now this year the Eastern Conference is a little bit closer. I'm just saying usually. So football kind of the same thing. The better teams usually win. Like usually, baseball and hockey, you can get lucky sometimes in them sports.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like you were saying, like the 08 Phillies, like the 08 Phillies had a great lineup and they had a nice team. I think they won like 92 games or something like that. 92. Yeah, they won 92 games. Then in 2011, we won 101 game or 102 games, and the Cardinals were the hot team and they took us out, you know? So that's just how it is. Yeah, Pat Bernard, the Gobbler, you can check him out on Sunday mornings, 9 o'clock. He says, Diego, we are 12 games out. We were 12 games out and losing our MVP, and we're here, the hot hand. That's right.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, look, we got a lot to get into. So let's do our one more comment here. Chris Rapizzi says, what about the Flyers? Game 7, Gagne stepped up. Yeah, I remember that. That was a hell of a series too. Down 3-0 in the series and then down 3-0 in Game 7. That was a great Philadelphia sports moment.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So, all right. So let's so by the time we're back here on Monday, we will be 5 games in. Where are we? Is the series over? Are we up in the series? Are we down? How you guys feeling? Heart of hearts, and not looking at it through Phillies fan cover, like objectively looking at it. Where do you think we match up with this team, and where are we at? Like Paul, I'll start with you. Where are we at next Monday night? Are we up 3-2? Did we win this, John? Where are we?
I'm gonna say we won it, but we're playing hot. We're hot right now. I'm saying we're going into the final 3-2 up, 3-2 up with a chance to close it out.
Diego, I think I know where you're going because you already predicted it, but go ahead. Where are we at?
Yeah, I agree with Paul. We're up 3-2 going into Game 6. You know who we put on Game 6? Wheeler?
No, Wheeler. I think would go Game 5.
So Nola.
And Nola ends up in Game 6.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nola ends up in Game 6.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
3-2 with these guys. You know, I see pitching having a hot hand, and let's go. And Schwarber comes out swinging.
All right. So I'm going. We already won this, John. We taking him out on Sunday. Yo, me, Diego. Yo, Chris Rapizzi, we're hitting you up, dog. We're going to Frankfurt and Cotman, all right? We're going to Frankfurt and Cotman on Sunday night. It's on like Donkey Kong next Sunday, baby. We are throwing it the fuck down.
Let's fucking go.
And you know what's funny? We couldn't have picked a better week, by the way, to be playing. First off, we're going to get into the Eagles in a minute, but an Eagles bye week, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, did you see some of the trash ass fucking games that are in the NFL this week? It's like the shitty, like it's like God looked down, because I love watching football and as much, and I'm kind of like, damn, I wish the Phillies were on at night because I want to watch my football during the day. Most of these games blow this week. It's like God looked down and said, yo, don't worry about it if you got to miss some football. We'll put the Phillies on at 2:30. Phillies are going to win this, John.
We'll give the Eagles a bye.
I know, right?
It's made for us. It's set up for us.
It's set up, yo. It's set up.
Baby.
And you know what's funny? I talk so much shit because I was saying, I'm like, yo, man, I don't know if I want to go to Frankfurt and Cotman this time. Maybe we'll go somewhere else. And then Diego, as soon as you said, like, yo, if they win this show, I'm going to Frankfurt and Cotman. I'm like, damn, dog, I might have to do that, yo.
What's the worst that can happen? We get shot?
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, you get that or you get robbed.
Yo, at least we go out happy.
Yeah, right. Every time this city's the happiest city when they win a championship. They know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready to party with everyone in the city.
Yeah, when the whatchamacallit, when remember when the Eagles won, dude, is all you heard? Is all you heard was Meek Mill. Like we were walking to the parade we were down by the parade. All you heard was the Meek Mill John, and then you seen kids with like wheelies and shit going down. What do you even call? What do you call them, Johns? ATVs, right?
ATVs,
yeah. That's all I saw, dude. It was great. You know, I need another repeat of that, dog.
I'm there. I mean, we're all there.
All right, so anyway, so it's Red October, baby. We got tons going on, but yo, it was Dallas week, and
yes, sir.
What do you guys? What do you guys think, man? I know. I got to admit, man, butt cheeks were getting a little tight when it was 2017. I was getting real nervous, and especially when John Lieb was talking shit.
Oh, he mushed it.
He mushed the shit out of it, dude. I was getting really pissed because he's sitting there and he's like, "Oh, Dallas is trash," blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there like, dude, like, yo, let's hold your horses, man, because Dallas ain't trash. And not to be that dude. And don't get me wrong, I give the Eagles extreme credit, but I'm just saying, man. And that game might have been a little different if Dak was out there healthy, though. I'm just putting it out there. But then again, Lane got hurt, though. Lane, because we were moving it up and down the field until Lane got hurt, so it's hard to say, you know.
And once
Dak playing at top of his game, that game's definitely different. Yesterday, you know what I mean? But I mean, our attack probably would have been different. You know what I mean? Like if Dak was playing, we probably would have tried to put up more points. We probably would have passed the ball a little more. But I mean, we got the win. So who cares who was playing quarterback for the Cowboys?
We got our guy Mike Fuji.
What's up, Fuji?
You can check him out on Broad Street South, correct?
Yes.
What night are you guys on?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All right, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Broad Street South, and we're hoping to have Mike on next Monday night. He said, what's good, fellas? Philly is rocking. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to get into this, too. I'll tell you, this was really frustrating, too.
Yeah, I know.
Chris Rapizzi, Giants fan, he hasn't shut up. Fucking Giants won't stop winning, dude. I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson's trash.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah,
so disappointed in Lamar Jackson yesterday, man.
He's trash.
You can't throw that ball there. Like, they had the bad snap. Just fucking get tackled and pump the goddamn ball, dude. Why in the world did he throw that, man? I just, for the life of me, bro, that was like a rookie mistake, man. And Lamar's like 5 years in. He should have known better than that. That was a terrible decision.
The Giants are winning without any really good receivers right now. A lot of them are hurt. The rookie stepped up yesterday. Wendell Robinson's actually stepping up. So
Saquon
Barkley's carrying them right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope our old friend Dougie P does a solid this week because the Giants got to go to Jacksonville, and let's hope Doug P hands them an L. I'll tell you a little surprised. I was on FanDuel this morning, and the opening line of that game, Giants at Jacksonville. Would you believe that a 5-1 Giants team, Jacksonville's favored by 3? I was a little surprised at that line, to be quite honest with you.
Wow,
that is a funny line.
Maybe they figured Giants are getting lucky. They're not. No.
Well, I think
Jacksonville D's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, Cooks don't believe on the Giants yet.
Well, and you know what? The Giants, I think, are like I forget what the stat was or something, but it popped up on my phone. It said the Giants are like one of a few, or maybe the only team they've overcome like 3 10-point deficits in the second half in 3 of their wins, which is like extremely rare in the NFL.
No, they beat Rodgers, they beat Lamar, like they're beating good teams.
Chris Rapizzi said, have you guys seen the – yeah, I saw that, Chris. That was a good job. He did a picture collage I did of the Dallas Cowboys fans being sad. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, but anyway, let's get back to the Eagles game. So I thought the big – I mean, you know what was really impressive about that game? You know, so they cut it to 20-17. And once again, just like the Arizona game last week, the Eagles went out there and they had a statement drive, running the ball. Mm-hmm. I think we had like a 7.5-minute drive, ran it right down their throat and scored a touchdown. Like, to me, that's the stuff that championship teams do. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Couldn't agree.
I agree. That was a statement win yesterday. I was so nervous when they got the game with 20-17. All the momentum going Dallas's way. And our offenses dominated the line of scrimmage. We ran the ball. Miles Sanders looked great.
Yeah, he was running hard.
We got in the end zone, and we got in the end zone, and that was that. I didn't like going for the 2-point conversion there.
Oh, whoops. Hang on a second.
Best adult dating site.
Hey,
check it out.
Hey, anybody out there? Yeah, yo, Pat. Yo, hey, Pat, check that joint out, dog.
Wow. I think one thing that stood out to me.
Somebody out there thirsty as hell. You know what I mean?
That stood out to me was defense, man. Just that acquisition of C.J. Gardner-Johnson, dude.
Yeah.
The way he played, that interception, and then to get his wrist hit with a helmet, leave a couple of series, come back out, man, taped up and ready to roll. I mean,
he was a star.
Persevered and he played well. I mean, he wanted it. You could see it.
He's a good player.
Well, I mean, our defense kept rushed to like a 32.3 QBR rating, and he wasn't even 50% on completion passes. So that's definitely
just looks so flustered. Like
definitely the statement. You know what I mean? Defense.
Rush is a backup quarterback.
Yeah,
but he's been winning though, man.
But he's got a high game.
He's trash.
Proven.
Yeah, but they don't play defense like ours though.
Starters out.
I was watching ESPN the other day. I want to say it was like Tim Hasselbeck or something, and he's like, he reminded me of Joe Montana or some shit. I was like, this dude's gotta be kidding me. What? And then we just destroyed him. He threw 3 picks, and he looked more like Dan Orlovsky than fucking Joe Montana. You know what I mean? He's garbage.
Did you guys see the pregame where there's like they're predicting who's going to win, and Garrett said pick the Eagles over?
Oh
yeah.
That was good. Yeah, fly Eagles.
Picked right.
Yeah. Everybody picked them except for Florio.
Yeah,
Florio picked the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I was shocked Rodney Harrison took the Eagles because he's always against us. But
hey, we're the best team in the league right now.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a lot?
Ryan Clark was saying today. They were like, "What that win tell you about the Eagles?" He's like, "That's a Super Bowl team." You know, he's like, "That team's going to the Super Bowl," and I was like, "How could you think any different right now?"
They're playing on all cylinders, man. Like you said, from offense to defense. Special teams is that, but like Sirianni said in his presser, we got to get better. But guys are tackling like the wedge breaker, the gunners. They're making it, but we just need a nice – I want to see like Brian Mitchell days, one take to the house from Kobe. I think he has it in him, but when, I don't know.
You know what's the most impressive? We're such a simple team. You know what I mean? Run the ball down your throat. Jalen hits the receivers when they're open, and it just proves talent wins. Like, we are the best offensive line in football. A.J. Brown is a straight monster. You can run him in simple routes, and he wins. You know what I mean?
That catch was beautiful, man, that for A.J. Brown. His yards after the catch, he caught it. And, dude, crazy. He's like, get off me, like swatting gnats off his arm. Like, I mean, he's so strong after the catch, man.
Right.
It's only going to get better.
It's so hard to stay on Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert's one of the best tight ends in the league.
Yeah.
And we play such simple football, and Jalen don't make no mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen the best yet, man. I mean, Pittsburgh, we got
how many turnovers?
You know,
for 6 weeks. Now I'm looking ahead. I'm looking ahead a little bit. I'm looking at the schedule. I don't really see anybody beating us. I mean, Rodgers, Green Bay looks beatable. Obviously, Giants beat them and Jets beat them.
I would like to go 17-0, but I don't want to go 17-0.
Who's going to beat us? We got listen, we got Steelers after the bye. Then we got Texans. Then we got Commanders, Colts, Packers, Titans, and then back into the NFC East, and then we had Saints.
I think we probably find a way to lose like 2-3 games.
Yeah, really?
Well, here's the thing.
17-0 is tough
The scary.
I don't want to go 17-0. That's like a cloud hanging over your head going into the playoffs. Look what happened to Tom Brady when he wanted to win every single game and then lose to Eli Manning.
And Miami Dolphins too, right? Miami Dolphins too, right?
Miami Dolphins went 13-0 regular season, and then they carried the undefeated through the Super Bowl.
Right. You got to win. You got to win 20 games.
Larry Hawkins said,
today's football to do that.
Record stays.
Yeah, Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what really impressed me last night, though? I mean, a lot of things. Other than that drive, well, here's one. First off, Brandon Graham was on the field for 3, and he forced one of the interceptions too. But Brandon Graham was on the field for 3 of them turnovers. I thought Brandon Graham had a hell of a game. Yeah. Also, what really impresses me is Jalen Hurts' command of this offense. I mean, there was one play in particular where Dallas was doing a bunch of movement on defense. Jalen Hurts, Chris Collinsworth pointed it out, where Hurts at the line called a great audible, and he threw a nice little pass to Jack Stoll over the middle, and it was like a 15-yard gain or whatever. And just that play, like, just showed you how much command Jalen Hurts has of this offense. Like Jalen Hurts is really, he might not be the quote unquote most talented. Like, he's not like the Josh Allen or the Pat Mahomes as far as like the rocket arm and all that shit, but he's extremely smart and he really knows how to run this offense. I'm more and more impressed with Jalen Hurts every single week, and it's not about the numbers with him, it's about the eye tests. Like, Jalen Hurts is in total command of this offense. What do you guys think?
Jalen Hurts is a complete I was saying Lamar Jackson's trash. He's like Jalen Hurts is the complete opposite of Lamar Jackson. He don't have all the talent, but you don't have to be the most talented. You got to be smart. You know, that's something I feel like Lamar Jackson is not. He makes stupid ass decisions, like you just said. Why throw that pass? Jalen don't do that. Jalen don't put his team in that situations. You got to be smart when you play quarterback. It's not always about the talent. And I'm actually learning that watching Jalen Hurts. You know, before the season, I was dogging him. Oh, arm strength. And he's proven it's not all about the arm strength. You don't have to be the most talented. You got to be smart. You got to take what defense gives you, and you got to not turn the ball over. And he's doing that.
Right. He's not turning the ball over. And he's not running as much as he did last year either.
Yeah. He's surveying the field, and he's saying,
that says a lot. Yeah.
Let me see the field. Let me see who's open, who's not. And total 360 from last year, I'll tell you that.
Yep.
Speaking of quarterbacks, our old friend Carson Wentz, he's out 4 to 6 weeks, I guess. Yeah,
I bet you Ron Rivera is happy as shit about that.
Oh, no.
Wait, by the way, man, Thursday night football is freaking hideous. God,
what the hell is that?
They haven't hit anything, man.
I mean, the last 2 weeks.
This Thursday is New Orleans and Arizona.
Who?
Saints and Cardinals.
This game's fucking trash.
I'll tell you what, though. I am excited to watch DeAndre Hopkins come back.
Yeah, he's back. He's playing. They activated him today.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to play him in my big league because I just had him sitting there chilling.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to play him. So I'm actually pretty. That's the first Thursday night game I'm actually excited to watch.
Yeah, and let's just going around the league a little bit. I mean, Cardinals look hideous.
Yeah.
Green Bay. I'll tell you, that's one good thing. We got Green Bay took an L and Tampa took an L, so we're 3 games up on both of them. If we can hold on to this division, we're on great track to get the 1 seed. I was kind of hoping Minnesota would take an L in Miami, but Minnesota won that game, so they're still a game behind us, but we hold the tiebreaker. So hopefully Minnesota can take a couple L's coming up soon. But yeah, man, I mean,
is Minnesota on bye this week?
I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe you could check, Sean. I'm not, but you know what? I don't think I saw them, so they may be.
Yeah, they're on bye.
Okay, so, but the Eagles are in great shape coming into the bye. 6-0. of course, that Buffalo and Kansas City game, that was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, 49ers had a big loss.
Atlanta.
They had a lot of guys hurt, but not, Niners catching another L was good. Now they got 3 losses.
Yeah. Well, Niners got upset. Green Bay got upset. Tampa Bay got upset. The Ravens got upset.
Seahawks beat the Cardinals 19-9.
Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Yeah.
I'll tell you one.
What?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say, that win against Dallas last night was huge because we're on the bye. They next 2 games are playing the Bears and Lions. That's kind of easy. No, there's easy matchups there, and Dak's back. We could be looking up at the Cowboys.
Well, don't we all kind of play a similar schedule every year?
Mostly. Mostly.
If the Eagles have a weak schedule, that means the other 2 teams have weak. The other 3 teams have weak schedules too.
Yeah.
And they're just taking care of business against weaker teams. And it just so happens that this year, all 3 teams in the NFC East are doing that.
Yeah, it is what it is. Pat,
you might be looking at 3 playoff teams the way they both look right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God, yeah, because most of the league most of the NFC's trash.
Yeah.
Pat, getting back to Hurts here. Pat Bernard, Hurts accuracy is on point this year. Him reading the defense is amazing, and he's strong. He could squat 600 pounds. He could take a hit with no problem. Yeah, he's a lead on them quarterback sneaks, and I love that call, by the way. Chris Rapizzi, Pittsburgh over the Bucks. That's crazy. I hear you there. And you know what? Getting back to quarterback sneaks. Thank God Mike McCartney is a friggin' idiot. Mike McCarthy is an idiot because. I mean, going for first off, I don't know why
the CeeDee Lamb first down.
That's what I'm saying. That was so stupid. Number one, if nothing else, you ask for the measurement.
Yeah.
He didn't even ask for a measurement.
Yeah.
Like if nothing else, the coach has the right when it's that close to get the measurement. You get the chain out there. You see how far you have to go. Yep. If it's still short or they stay at short, then you challenge that, John. And then honestly, and Dallas was running the ball on us, like if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm like, what the hell kind of call was that? He rolls him out and tries to pass.
Yeah.
It was like one of the dumbest. Yeah. And that was a big play because that gave us 3 points. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was a huge play. I mean, that was really stupid.
He's an idiot.
Adam Glenier, says, I don't see anyone beating the Eagles in the NFC. Eagles NFC champions. I hope you're right, Adam, but just totally keeping it real, even if we have home field advantage. And I hate saying this because I hate the Cowboys more than any other professional sports team in sports. But I got to be honest. I think the Cowboys with a healthy Dak Prescott are a force to be reckoned with, and that won't be an easy game. That definitely won't be an easy game. Cowboys got a nice team, and they're going to be there in the end. In fact, I think honestly it could be Eagles Cowboys NFC Championship game. To be honest with you,
can that
happen? Pat Bernard said well, I don't know about the NFL because the Bills and the Chiefs are pretty tough too, but the NFC definitely runs through the NFC East.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting. I got to start Dak this week again because Allen's on bye, so I'm rolling with Dak this week. So,
well, he's playing the Bears, right, or the Lions?
Lions.
Who they got this week?
Lions and Bears.
Oh my God! Well, I think there's a good bet that your boy's going to put up some numbers, man.
Yeah.
All right, so Eagles are on a bye. We're in a great spot. Before we get out of here, we got another team starting tomorrow night, and that is our Philadelphia 76ers. Right here. Here we go. So first start of the NBA season, I am beyond pumped for tomorrow night, which, well, I should say I was beyond pumped. I'm still pumped, but, my focus is going to – I got to keep it real. My focus is going to be on the Phillies tomorrow night. But
I agree.
But start of the Sixers season, like I said before, I got an article coming out on Edge of Philly Sports tomorrow. It's a Sixers preview, and I'm putting my balls to the table. I'm calling a championship. I'm saying Philadelphia 76ers are going to break the 40-year drought. I'm putting them on the table. I'm tired of being afraid. So anybody out there, check out the article. Let me know your opinion.
Great article.
But what's your guys' prediction on this team? First off, tomorrow night at Boston. I know it's only the first game and the season. Paul, what do you think of the Sixers this year and the East in general?
Damn. So if you're having the Sixers win a championship this year, man, we have 3 championships this year, possibly. That's crazy.
Well, you know why, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people are saying the world could end, right? So yeah, we might as well. Yeah, what isn't that a sure sign that the world's going to end if Philadelphia gets 3 championships?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I'm excited about the season. Like, I like the moves they made. They got tougher. They got the signings that they had. Surprisingly, they got rid of Isaiah Joe and a couple of those other guys. But I'm excited, dude. I think we can go far. Maxey looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Like, he's getting better and better. And hopefully Harden has been working out and getting into shape and stuff. So I think definitely. I mean, as long as the beat can stay healthy, it runs through him. But I'm excited about the season.
Diego, what do you think?
Man, the Heat's the East is a gauntlet right now. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to get out of it. This the best team ever put around Joel Embiid? I think it is. I think it's the best team that's ever been assembled around Joel Embiid. So if they're gonna win it, it's gonna have to be this year or next year, because the window's not that long. It's 2-3 years maybe. So if there's a year they're gonna win it, I would say it's this year. With the addition of Montrezl Harrell, Melton, Tucker, and House, that's a much improved team. Yeah. Where Korkmaz falls to your 10 option, Niang falls to your 9 on your bench, 10 on your bench. You know what I'm saying? So, start of a championship run, we could be looking at one. It could be looking at the start of a championship run. The game against Boston tomorrow, Sixers win tomorrow, I think, at Boston. Start the season all good. Maxey gets off.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, I think that I think Boston losing their coach, I mean, their coach is, he's more concerned about getting a piece of ass than he is championships. So, you know what I mean? So now they got a different coach, and I think that's going to affect them. And I think the Sixers come in focused. I mean, the question with the Sixers is always going to be the health, can we just get one playoff run where the big guy's healthy and hopefully Harden's healthy? What do you think, Sean?
Absolutely. I think if Embiid and Harden stay ship of being healthy, I mean, we're NBA championship. But like Diego said, we got like some toughness. Harrell, PJ Tucker now to help out Maxey and Embiid, that toughness in the paint. So I'm excited to see this team.
Yeah, I mean, and Diego, like you said, I mean, the East is an absolute gauntlet. Yeah. I mean, you got Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics. You got Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you can't.
Cleveland Cavaliers. That Donovan Mitchell signing.
On them,
Exactly. Cleveland. You even got teams like
Atlanta. Atlanta added Dejounte Murray.
That's what I'm saying. You even got teams like Atlanta, Chicago Bulls. I don't think Chicago Bulls.
Grizzlies.
They're in the West. Yeah, but you got
Chicago Bulls. Chicago one team don't scare me, because I don't feel like they made a move to get much better, and I feel like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan are what they are. They're not good enough to win a championship. They're good enough to be around middle of the pack in the East.
Even a team like Toronto, bro.
Yeah, Toronto.
Toronto could finish like 7th or 8th, and you'd be like, wow, they're tough.
How about Miami Heat? The Miami Heat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can name like 7 or 8 like really tough ass teams in the East, and like I said, I admit all that, and I agree with you, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are extremely talented. I think they're just a year and a half away, just because they're so young. You know what I mean? But that's why the Sixers need to win either this year or next year, because after that, then all of a sudden Embiid's 2 years older. Harden's 2 years older. Even Tobias. I mean, Tobias is like what 30, 31. He's played a lot of basketball, so they
Yeah.
really need to. They need to, you know, it's mission critical, man. They need to make a run this year. But I think they're going to do it, man. I really do. I love, you know, I don't take anything out of preseason. Like I think preseason's a waste of time, but they were 4-0 in the preseason, and Maxey looks like he's taking. Maxey looks like he's going to take another step. I mean, can you imagine if Maxey becomes that Bradley Beal type guy this year?
Be awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, then you're going forward with Embiid. I mean, look at Embiid, dude. I mean, he's only like one of 6 centers in NBA history to average 30 points. I mean, the dude's like a freak of nature. Yeah. And you know, but again, you worry about the playoffs.
The top 50 player of all time, or top 100 player of all time.
Wait, what's this?
Didn't he make James Harden made the top 75 of all time? Didn't he?
Yeah.
The team's solid. They're good enough to win a championship. Stay healthy.
And to be honest with you, with the number which that Embiid is with the numbers that Embiid is putting up, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that Embiid probably will be a top 75 player to 100 player of all time by the time he's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, how could he not?
Shooting free throws, shooting, blocking.
Got to get a championship.
Got to get that going, man. Pat Bernard, I was reading NBC Boston. They're terrified of the Sixers running the East. Well, they should be. Fuck Boston.
Yeah, fuck Boston.
And like Diego said, the bench has improved big time. Yeah, I mean, gone are the days where you got to beg Furkan Korkmaz to be out there for like, and 10, 15 minutes. And hey, regular season, I'm all right with Korkmaz coming in, banging out some threes. You know, you got a lot of regular season games, but it would be nice to have that not be the only option. It's nice to have other guys out there. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, well, hey, let's hope, so tomorrow, extremely exciting times in Philadelphia. Let's hope, we got hey, let's be honest, dude. We got it's like amazing. We got a 6-0 football team. And we're 4 games away from the World Series, bro. I mean, we could have a team going to the World Series this time next week. You know,
nice,
something special.
So extremely excited. We're going to get ready to get out of here in a few minutes. And before we do, I want to get our sponsors. Then I want to get Monday Night Football predictions, as if anybody really cares, because the game kind of blows. But I still want to get them. So anyway. Hang on one second here. So if anybody has any workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury needs, check out our man David or hang on, dude. I screwed this up. Hang on one second. I guess it would help if I got the phone number, wouldn't it? Check out our man David or Cherry Esquire. You could call him at 610-565 0300. So anybody out there that has any needs, any law needs or whatever, make sure you hit him up. Flyers fans out there, clear the ice. I said that this was going to be a show to air your grievances, but so far 2-0. So I think he's had some I think he's had some happy calls. So check out our man Matty B, Edge of Philly Sports, Philadelphia Flyers post-game show after every Flyers game. So make sure you check him out. We got every Eagles game. We got the Painted Lines and Edge of Philly Sports. They have a pregame show, halftime show, and a postgame show. So check out www.eopsports.com and the Painted Lines. Then we got all the, let me see right here. We got the old school will be coming back eventually. We were going to come back last Friday, but this is a good problem to have because this means the Phillies are still winning. Yeah. So we were going to do it last Friday at 7. That fell through because the Phillies are playing. Then we were going to do it this Friday at 7. That fell through because the Phillies are playing. But like I said, that's a good problem to have. I'm really looking forward to doing this show. It'll be myself, my Uncle Mark, and my cousin Roger. Really looking forward to it. And our first one's going to be on the Eagles wide receivers. from Tommy McDonald to T.O. But like I said, we'll keep you posted when that's on because, hey, we want a Phillies World Series run, so we'll eventually get to that. Lastly, check out all the shows on Edge of Philly Sports. Here's the schedule right here. And all right, guys. So real quick before we get out of here, Denver and the Chargers. Who's winning tonight? Is there any good bets? Any bets out there? Any prop bets? Anybody want to make some money out in this, John, or what? What do you got? Or does anybody actually care? I think this game kind of blows, but what do you guys?
I care for fantasy purposes because I need to have
Herbert.
Yeah. So I think Chargers win this game. I think Chargers win this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Eckler, Williams, Herbert's gonna be on.
Keenan Allen's out.
Yeah. What's that?
Allen's out.
No, I said Williams.
He's on. He's on.
Yeah, Blake Williams, Eckler, and Herbert's gonna tear him up.
Okay.
All right. You have any thoughts on the game?
I see it as under game.
Yeah, my thought is I don't know what the hell happened to Russell Wilson, but he looks corny as hell and he looks like shit. That's my.
He's hurt. His injury. Isn't he his shoulder or something injury?
He's playing through a slight strain of a labrum.
Tour.
Hopefully it feels like shit today because I'm playing against him.
Maybe, yeah.
Slight
All
tear.
right, good for him. Keep on playing, buddy. Steal that money.
All right, hang on. Let me see real quick. Two more things. Pat, yeah, I apologize. Any soccer fans out there, I'm sorry. I just don't really know soccer. But check out the Union show on Thursday nights. Austin, Gus, and Pat Bernard. They'll
Union are playing in the playoffs on Thursday against Cincinnati.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That's what Pat says right here. Union starts their playoff run Thursday, and we already touched on all the other stuff. And then, and Paul, you got to give your show a plug, bro. Fantasy football out there. Make sure you check out my man Euro, Paul, along with our buddy Vince. And Pat's on with you guys sometimes too, right?
Yes.
All right. Make sure you check
He's
out
at the Blue Oyster.
Yeah, make sure you check out the Fantasy Express tomorrow night, 8 p.m. So any fantasy football players out there, which I guess is most of the country nowadays, you know what I mean? So these guys will give you some fantasy insight. I'd love to hop on your show, but I'm 1-5. So everybody would tell me just do the Costanza, do the opposite of what I do because my team sucks. All right. And Diego, your team blows too. So nobody should listen to us. We're trash this year.
I'm terrible in everything this year. Besides one, I'm like, all right.
All right. Well, listen, everybody. I hope
Fantasy's luck, everybody. Everyone who thinks fantasy takes a bunch of strategy, fantasy's luck.
Yeah, well, I always play the wrong dude, so, But anyway, all right, guys. Well, look, let's have a great week. Go Phillies, go Flyers, go Birds in 2 weeks, and go Sixers.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week, everybody.